In college football, time doesn't heal all wounds, it preserves them. The chants, the rivalries, the decade old grudges that don't fade. They simmer, buried under layers of conference realignment, television contracts, and brand first football. But now, in 2025, college football has done the unthinkable. It turned back the clock. The Big 12, 12 schools, one table, no divisions, no gimmicks, the way it used to be. And at the heart of this rebirth, a familiar face with something to prove. Missouri. Once the Tigers were on the doorstep of a national title, a program built on pride, power, and the chip that never really left their shoulder. Then came the SEC, a decade in football exile. Money? Sure. Marquee matchups? Sometimes. But something always felt off. Now they're back in the Big 12, back where the rivalries are personal, where the road to championships runs through burnt orange, crimson, and a whole lot of hate. This isn't nostalgia, it's a reckoning. Missouri isn't trying to recreate the past. They're here to remind everyone it was real. And in this conference, respect is earned one Saturday at a time. Welcome to Season 1, Missouri football. Welcome to YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Eli Drinkwitz is back in charge of the Missouri Tigers. He's going to have a 6-year contract signed with Missouri, and his goal each year is to win 7 games. I think that is a reasonable goal and a goal that can be accomplished. But we are here to take Missouri to the top. And as you heard from that intro, Missouri's back in the Big 12. We went back to the way conferences were back in 2008, 2009, 2010, and then all the schools that have been added in since are now going to be in their respective conferences and also some mid-majors. The mid-major conferences are actually the power conferences as far as the size. The MAC and the WAC, or the Mountain West, excuse me. The Pac-12 is back. We have all these conferences, and we'll go over them in just a moment. But welcome to the series, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. We're going to follow the Missouri Tigers and see if we can't build them up. I don't even want to say rebuild. There's not really a rebuild with this team. It's build them back up. They are coming off an 11-win season and a 10-win season, but there is, of course, work to do. And I think Coach Drinkwitz is the guy, as you see, has that 6-year contract signed up for them. We do have a few house rules that we have put in place for this dynasty that should make it some fun. The first thing is we're going to be playing on Heisman difficulty using MAT 10 sliders to start with. We can only recruit from Big 12 states, so that's Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, Texas, Oklahoma, Iowa, Colorado. We are limiting ourselves to 4 and 5 stars, only 8 per season in the first 3 years, and a max of 2 5 stars per season. Must come from Missouri this year. So I can't recruit any other 5-star that's not from Missouri. We have one on our board. In order to add a pipeline state, we have to beat a team from a state that ends that season to gain that state for the next season. So our first game, we're taking on Illinois. If we beat Illinois, we can recruit Illinois next season. If we lose to Illinois, we can no longer recruit Illinois for 1 year. Now, that also goes inside conference play. So, we beat Iowa State, we get to keep Iowa. But here's the trick. We play a lot of Texas schools. If we lose to a school inside of Texas, we lose Texas for the following season. So, if we lose a game in Texas, we do not get to recruit from Texas. And that would be a big hamper on our recruiting. Also, in order to get a 5-star from, say, Georgia, I have to beat 5-star Georgia. If we go down and beat 1-star Georgia State, we max out at 3-star recruits from Georgia. So in order to get a 4 or 5-star from another state, we have to beat a 4 or 5-star from that state. So that's going to limit us as well. We can only change 1 game on the preseason schedule per year to use for recruiting purposes. Typically, that will be if there is an FCS school. We will take them out and try to take in a state. Maybe we play a team from California. Maybe we play a team from Florida to try to add that state on for the next year. We cannot add recruits to our board until after week 10. So currently we are, in week 0, or the preseason actually, and we have 22 players on our board. Obviously, we're not going to get all those recruits. Some of those recruits will go off of our board. We cannot add recruits onto our board until after week 10. Losing to a conference opponent and loses the ability to recruit from that state next season. We've already mentioned that one. And if we win an out-of-state conference, we can recruit any player of that star level. So I think I've hit all the house rules that we have there. So let's go over this dynasty a little bit to show you exactly where we are coming from currently. So, just the first thing that I think that makes this one fun is going to be the conference realignment. So if you look at the, I'm not even sure we can look at conference teams here this way, I believe. So if we look here at the ACC, nope, this isn't where I need to be at either. So excuse me as I get this going as I navigate some of these different menus. And I don't even think we can see our conferences, but just know that they're from like the 2008, 2009, 2010 area. Here is our Season 1 schedule. We start out with a rivalry game against Illinois. This game is huge for a couple of reasons. One, it's a top 10 team. Two, it's at home, first game of the year in this dynasty. And the biggest reason is we get to open up Illinois. And if you look at our recruiting board, we have so much talent that wants to come to Missouri from Illinois, but we can't use them because they're not in the Big 12, so we don't get to use the Illinois pipeline. Then we have a rivalry game with Kansas, Louisiana. So this one would be huge. If we beat Louisiana, we can recruit up to 3-star recruits from Louisiana the following year. Same thing with Kentucky. So this is huge. We can add Illinois, Louisiana, and Kentucky if we get these wins. Then we start Big 12 play, or extend Big 12 play with Colorado, Nebraska, number 18 Iowa State, number 17 Kansas State, number 1 Texas, number 25 Texas Tech, number 23 Oklahoma, and then we end with a rivalry game from Arkansas. So Arkansas is another one where we can add. So states that we could possibly add this season are Arkansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, and Illinois. Those would be major for us to add in on our recruiting. Speaking of recruiting, we're going to go ahead and look up our board and scouts. I've already added in all the players here and go from there. So we can only have 8 4-stars or 5-stars. So currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we have 9 4-stars on our board. Chances of us landing all 4 and 5-star players is not highly feasible. So I will keep all those on the board. I assume somebody will either lock us out or we will not get them in the first place. The rest of them are 3 stars. Another house rule that I forgot to mention is I can only recruit in conference states. Say Iowa, I can only recruit players that are in our top 10. So if I'm not on their top 10, we can't even recruit them, even if they are on our conference list. The only state that I can take players that are not interested in us is from Missouri for the time being. So the first thing we're going to do is scout out here. We're going to look at 3 different quarterbacks. We do have a senior quarterback that came over from Penn State, and we also have a quarterback, Sam Horn. Both of those guys, one's going to graduate and one's probably going to transfer out based on his deal breaker. So we're going to need to bring in 2 quarterbacks. We're going to have to decide which 2 quarterbacks we want to keep on our board. I don't think we can keep all 3 on here, but we will look at all 3. We have Robert Woolihan, a pocket passer from St. Louis, Missouri. He's 6'4", 212 pounds. I had to look at this guy because, one, he's on our board. He's number 1 interest in us, and I just need to look at him. So we will go ahead and scout the quarterbacks. I do have 750 hours, so we can get quite a bit of scouting here. And as you know, we are starting with Eli, so our scouting doesn't take quite as long. And this guy looks like somebody that we would like to have in Mizzou. 73 speed, but 92 throw power, 85, 82 accuracy, short and medium, deep accuracy 76. So not big on the deep ball, but looks like somebody that could develop pretty well. So I think he's one that we definitely would try to go after. We have Kyle Tabor. We get his scouting in here. He's got 93 throw power and 82 speed. He comes in as a 4-star gym, dual threat out of St. Louis, Missouri, 6'2", 210. So I think we keep both those guys on the board. Maybe we try to go after all 3 of them. Now these 2 are on first on our board. And then we're looking at this guy out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. He's a 4-star quarterback. We'll go ahead and scout him as well and see if he's got kind of that same level. 93 throw power. So I think he's got the strongest or tied for the strongest throw power. His speed's 81, which is nice as well. And another guy that we look at. So maybe we go after all 3 of these guys. The ones I like the most, I definitely like this Kyle Tabor. He's the gym, so we're definitely going to look at him first. And then I would say is probably this Cobb guy as well. I think I like Cobb out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. So maybe Woolihan, somebody we fall back on. We'll definitely offer him a scholarship. But he may be somebody that we fall back on just a little bit more. His awareness is 72. He looks like he's maybe the most intelligent quarterback. And so we'll go from there and look at him. Then it's halfback. This is our 1 5-star that we have on our board. Jamie Rubio. He's 9th on the interest. He is interested in Alabama, A&M, Ohio State, Iowa State, TCU, BYU, Notre Dame, Minnesota. So he's got some big boys, but we are in the top 10. He's out of Frisco, Texas. We'll go ahead and scout him as well. He comes in with 83 speed, so not the fastest guy I was looking for out of a backfield threat. So kind of interesting. He's a 5-star. He's got road dog, team player, safety valve, and recoup. So, well, he's a 5-star. He's the only 5-star we can even go after. And actually, I can't even go after him. I already broke one of my house rules. He is a 5-star, and our 5-star has to come from Missouri in season 1. So, thank you, Jamie Rumio. But we're going to have to go ahead and pass on you. So we may have to look at a portal running back. So I just wasted some points there. Welcome to Missouri Dynasty. Now I have Earl Hofrichter out of St. Louis, Missouri. We'll go ahead. He's a 3-star, so we're not going to scout him just yet. We've got some wide receivers to look at. We got a 4-star here out of Houston, Texas. We'll look at him, Christian Curse, 6'2", 208. He's a physical route runner. 87 speed. Runs a good deep route, medium route, and short route. So this is somebody at 6'2", 208. Could definitely use him on our board. These are, again, 3-star guys. Looking at these 4-stars, we got a couple tackles here. DeMar Brown. And he is going to be a 4-star bust, so he's going to play more like a 3-star. But we definitely will keep him on there just for the ability to have some better players. Glenn Weeks out of Urbandale, Iowa. And then Denard Lanier, a 3-star, which I shouldn't have recruited him. You're going to see all kinds of mistakes I make as we go through here. As you know, I am more of a live streamer, so this is not really my forte, but I'm trying to get better at it and bring you some of the best content that I possibly can bring you on YouTube. So welcome on into my mistakes. Eldon Latimer out of St. Louis, Missouri, 4-star athlete, agile center. So see if he's there, and he's going to be a gem, so somebody we want to go after for sure. We will go ahead and favorite him. Also, I want to favor those 2 quarterbacks just to make sure that we know these are the 2 guys we want to go after with Cobb and Tabor. Go down here with an edge guy, 3-star, so we won't scout the 3 stars yet until all 4 stars are scouted. See if we can't find some more 4 stars on our board. Okay, this free safety, Taveen Hakeem out of Arlington, Texas. He's a box specialist, 5'10". He is the 8th best in the nation. He comes in with 84 speed, 72 zone, and 85 agility. Got a strong safety, kickers, punters. I think that might be all our 4 stars might be recruited now. Or scouted, excuse me. Okay, so we do have that. We will offer all of these guys scholarships. Okay, so if they need a scholarship, we're going to go ahead and offer them a scholarship. We'll just go through this list real quick and get them all offered. Again, if you want to see some live streams, be sure to check out twitch.tv/crazycoach. I am live quite frequently. We are doing a Missouri State Dynasty over there. This is going to be our YouTube video series here with the Missouri Tigers. And once we get all these guys offered their scholarships up, we'll go ahead and scout as many 3-stars as we can just to see if there's anything there. We'll do it by their national rank. All right, last one to get in here with a scholarship. We'll go back down here to everybody and see if we can't uncover any more gems. All right, and we'll scout Earl Hofrichter out of St. Louis, Missouri. And we are sorted by national rank. Okay, by national rank here. And next is Xavier Etienne, who is a wide receiver out of St. Louis. 80 speed. Haven't got a lot of gems here. Joe Guerrero is a JUCO junior, 3-star. I had to start taking some guys at the 3 stars just to fill out our positional needs that, you know, probably some guys we wouldn't normally add on in a normal dynasty, but based on our house rules, we had to go after some guys that maybe would be some reaches. So we'll also definitely have to look into that transfer portal as the time goes. And then in the next episode, we will be taking on Illinois in our week 1 matchup. Like I said, it's against the number 10. Okay, so Tyler Lorenzo out of St. Louis. He is somebody we want to look at for sure. He's a gem, so he's going to play more like a 4-star. He is a gritty possession receiver, 6'1", only 83 speed, 82, but has good spectacular catch and good catch in traffic. So another guy we will look at for sure. Got a left guard here, Ty Holyfield. He is a gem as well. So he goes to our favorites board here. We want gems. Raw strength, Comes in with impact blocking of 83 and 83 strength. So good 3-star guy. Somebody that can maybe play by his sophomore, junior season and really make a difference for us. I did not look much at the deal breakers. I probably should have done some of that. As that is such an important thing with this game this year, is looking at those deal breakers. And then here we go. Isaac Murphy out of St. Louis, Missouri. He is a field cornerback. 87 speed, acceleration 85. Good zone, good man. Somebody could develop, I think, as well. So once again, the gyms go to our favorite list. And we'll look at deal breakers here with some of these guys. So, okay, so we're out of points here to scout. I really want to look at the deal breakers of the 4-stars. Those are the guys that are really going to matter. And so can we even look at his... Okay, his deal breakers playing time. All right, that's something we can handle. Proximity to home. So Kyle Tabor, if he comes here, he's like, yeah, I'm good. I just want to play for Missouri and keep playing for them. Derek Cobb is championship contender. So this one could change. So easiest one to keep would be Tabor and Cobb, I think. Tabor and Cobb, I think, would be the one. So we're still going to be there and go from there. And then if you look here, we have the deal breaker. I got to get that music out of the way. Don't know why EA has to put that there. Proximity to home, we're good. Check out some of their pro potential. So that's one that could change. Proximity to home, we're good. Conference prestige, I think we're going to be good. This conference is going to be dominant for years. Playing style, now that one's the one that's hard to keep sometimes. Pro potential and coach prestige. So a lot of these guys, we should be good with their deal breakers. Just to look through a few of them. Okay. Especially let's look at our favorites here real quick. If you look at our favorites, we have, again, can't see because of that. Championship contender, proximity to home, championship contender, conference prestige, championship contender, playing time. So yeah, we're golden. Now, a couple more things just to look at here. We'll go and advance into week 0. We are projected to finish a 3rd in the Big 12. So the weekly advance, we got Christian has reached his top 8 schools, ties top 8. And Braverman. So a couple 3-stars, but our wide receiver Curse, and we're first on his interest board. So I'd like to see that. Move those guys on and sign as many of these guys as quickly and as possibly as we can. All right. So looking at the conferences, this is where I wanted to really get into this and show you guys where we're at. So if we look at conference standings right now currently, we'll start here with the Big 12. You know, it's the 12 teams that were there. Texas, Oklahoma State, Missouri, Oklahoma, Iowa State, Kansas State, Texas Tech, Texas A&M, Kansas, Nebraska, Colorado, and Baylor. In the ACC, it's back to Florida State, NC State, Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech, North Carolina, Clemson, Maryland, Duke, Miami, Boston College, Virginia, and Wake Forest. Love to see these teams go back to where they were. The American is one of our big conferences. One of those big teams has got a lot of the newer schools in it, and then some of the schools that we just had to put back in conferences that, like the Big East. So Liberty, Louisville, UTSA, Jacksonville State, USF, Old Dominion, West Virginia, Navy, Army, Rutgers, Charlotte, Syracuse, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, UConn, and UMass. So this conference has big and small schools. It has a lot of talent, it has little talent. That should be a lot of fun. The Big Ten's back to the 11 schools that it used to be. Michigan, Ohio State, Iowa, Penn State, Northwestern, Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota, Purdue, Michigan State, and Indiana. There is protected rivalries. One of them I forgot to mention is Missouri will play every year, Kansas and Nebraska. Conference USA, another one of those mega conferences. SMU, Tulane, Memphis, Rice, UTEP, UAB, UCF, Marshall, Houston, Tulsa, Southern Mississippi, East Carolina, Delaware, Kennesaw State, Missouri State, and Sam Houston. Independence, Notre Dame stays independent. In the MAC, another bigger conference, Miami, Ohio, Toledo, Ohio, Northern Illinois, Bowling Green, Eastern Michigan, Central Michigan, Buffalo, Ball State, Western Michigan, Akron, Kent State, and Temple. The Mountain West brings back some of the teams like TCU, but we got Boise State, UNLV, New Mexico State, San Jose State, Air Force, Wyoming, Fresno State, Utah State, Hawaii, Louisiana Tech, Colorado State, Nevada, TCU, New Mexico, and San Diego State. So a lot of the smaller schools. If you guys remember the WAC, the Western Athletic Conference, they're in part of this as well. The Pac-12 is back to where it used to be. Washington, Oregon, Arizona, Utah, USC, California, UCLA, Washington State, Stanford, Arizona State, and BYU. The SEC, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, LSU, Tennessee, Kentucky, Auburn, Florida, South Carolina, Mississippi State, Arkansas, and Vanderbilt. And then in the Sun Belt, another mega conference. So I like that the smaller conferences are the ones that end up being the mega conferences. Troy, James Madison, Appalachian State, Coastal Carolina, Western Kentucky, Middle Tennessee, Texas State, Arkansas State, North Texas, South Alabama, Florida International, Georgia State, Louisiana, Florida Atlantic, Georgia Southern, and ULM Monroe. So yeah, a lot of fun schools. Conference rivalries back to where they used to be. New rivalries will be formatted. If we look at the team, just a few players that stand out to us on the offensive side. 3 guys I want to really focus on. Bo Pribulia, I believe, comes over. Somebody that I think could be a guy that really helps us in this build for Missouri here immediately. He is a senior, so I'm not really worried about his deal breaker. He is an 80 overall, but with all the coaching that Coach Drink can do to him, he comes into as an 83. Good throw power, good speed at 84. Super excited about him. Sam Horn could be a backup if we need him, 6'4", but he's wanting to get out of here due to his pro potential. So maybe if Pribilia gets drafted, that helps us out. I'm not sure. Ahmed Hardy comes from ULM, transfers, sophomore. Unfortunately, his deal breaker is pro potential, so chances are he's probably going to be transferring out after year number 1. But I'm excited to use this guy. He is going to be absolutely amazing. He's got recoup, shifty, side set 360, and armbar. He is a star development trait. Should be a lot of fun to use. And then a wide receiver, a guy that we really want to feature this year is Kevin Coleman Jr. He has just elite stuff, just absolute elite stuff. And it should be exciting as he's going to be taking over, no more Luther Burden. We also have Sean Terry II. He is a freshman coming in. He's going to get a lot of play time, 5'10". So the thing is, we don't have a lot of big, tall receivers. Joshua Manning and Madison, they were on the team last year. He's 6'3". Also, another guy that we're going to use a lot just because of his ability is Marquise Johnson. I think he's going to be a good slot receiver for us. Let me make sure I do have him in the slot. I move the running backs around. But, yeah, he needs to be the one that we want in that slot. And running for us there, 5'11". And then, Joshua Manning can be his backup there. And then we're just trying to go and, dominate the Big 12 the best that we can and compete. And that starts with week number 1 against Illinois. But first we'll get our recruiting in here for week 0. And we're going to go straight to those favorites, okay? If you're a guy that's a Jim, we want you as a favorite. We're going to go after you pretty hard. We have 600 points, so we can go after these guys a lot. See, with these quarterbacks, we get to go after them a little more. And so that's very nice to have. So we will go ahead, and with Tabor, we're going to just go ahead and send the house. We will DM him, and we will search his social media. We want to get this guy locked up. We want Kyle Tabor in Columbia, Missouri. We're going to be battling it out there with Ohio State. We should have the inside edge being from St. Louis. And then Cobb as well. He's out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. He wants to go to TCU, but I think with our extra points here, we should be able to actually compete with him and get him. And so we'll go ahead and put the full 65 on him. That's a nice little advantage we have. And I didn't want to do where I started out as a first-year head coach, and it was the grind up. Let's just jump in here. We're competing with the big boys. Let's be a big boy too. Doesn't mean we're going to win like the big boys, but we're going to definitely be the big boys as well. Nobody else has offered him a scholarship, so I'm going to go ahead and just DM Trey Holyfield. And now this guy, Elton Latimer, we got some big guys on him, so we'll go ahead and send the house. He is a 4-star. Nobody's offered him a scholarship either, so we'll go ahead and DM Lorenzo. Actually, he is a gym, and we're not on his top 10 list yet, so we're going to actually go a little bit harder on him. And he's a 3-star. We're still going to send the house on him, I think. Cornerback, nobody's offered him as well. He's a gym, so we're going to send the house on him as well. And then we go back up here to any, switch over to national rank. And quarterback, we're number 1. We have a pipeline here. He is from Missouri. I don't know that I want to bring 3 quarterbacks in, but, darn it. Let's see where we're at. We'll just stay on the DM with him. Let's see how interested he actually is with us. I do think he's going to turn out to be a really good player. He is the number 1 player in our state. Man, it's hard for me not to want to go after all 3 of these quarterbacks, but I just don't have the room for all 3 of them. I think those 2 guys we picked out were who we want first. DeMar Brown, he is a bust, but he's still a 4-star. We're second on the board. We're trying to go against Alabama. I don't know how hard they're going to go. Being a 4-star, we'll still go after him hard for that class rank. Curse, we're number 1 here from Houston, Texas. We want him as well. 4-star. Already got him down. Weeks, another 4-star left tackle. We're first on his board as well. So we're going to try to go out to the 4 stars first, and then we will we'll go in and try to scrape up some 3 stars when we need to. We're behind on the board here on this guy, Taveen Hakeem, out of Arlington, Texas. And so we're first on his board. Nobody else is even doing anything, so we'll DM him. See what we can do here. ETN here. Nobody's there. I think we have time. We can just kind of DM these guys. Okay, Wake Forest. He's a JUCO. I'm actually going to just stay pat right now with him. I'm not really worried about a JUCO. Craig Hamrick. Only one guy's offered. Okay, a couple guys here with this guy. We're battling Iowa State and Iowa. It's a 3-star we might want to have to go after a little bit harder. Nobody's going after him yet. And then we're second on this guy's board, so we'll just kind of DM him there. Lanier. We're first. He's got Liberty coming, but again, Kansas City, Missouri, we have that pipeline automatically just taking care of us. Punter. Nobody else on this board. I'm not worried about the punter right now. And D-tackle. We'll go ahead and DM him as well. Now, is there somebody we need to kind of battle with? I think this is somebody we kind of battle with here. So let's go ahead and contact friends and family. Okay, so we're set up there. That is week 0 right there. If you just look here at college football, top 25, it's just like everybody else's game, I'm sure. We got Texas, Penn State, Ohio State, Georgia, Notre Dame. We do face off here with number 10, Illinois. That's a big game coming up next week, and excited about that on the next episode. But that is kind of the overview of our team and how we're going with this. I hope it's something different. It's not the typical rebuild that you see on YouTube. It's something different that we're going to play week by week. Videos will either be a game or 2 on every video. I will play all the games, so the next week we will jump on. We will advance to week number 1, and we'll get ready for Illinois. Thank you for checking out this video. Comment, like, share, all that kind of stuff. I'll have the house rules. I'll have some other sheets and stuff like that in the description below. Be sure to check out all that information. And if you like it, thank you. And, I hope this is something that you guys really enjoy. And I'll get better at talking to myself. Much love. Thank you. And hit that subscribe button.